Marhaba, how are you? My name is Sheba and welcome to my channel. This is See Like Sheba. I wanted to hop back on and just give you guys this thing that is just brewing in my mind. It's wild. So many things I want to talk about came to me today, jotted them all down, and now I have a bunch of material for different episodes that we can explore. But for today, okay, I know you've heard of the idea, you're better safe than sorry, right? But that's out. We're not doing that anymore. Now we're doing decide that you're safe. Wait, what did I say? Okay. Decide that you're safe now so that you're not sorry later. Yes, it's a decision. Your safety is a decision. You decide. You decide whether you're safe. Okay. This came to me because earlier today I did a video that was about how you can't rush the process, so stop trying. And that came to me because I was, I would put out a video, and so I know I'm going to be famous, right? And I know I'm going to be an overnight success. But so sometimes when I put out a video and I was like, ooh, that was so good. I was so myself. I didn't try. I was just letting the message come through me. That's going to be the thing. I'm going to wake up and that's going to be successful. And then I wake up and it's like 5 people saw it. And I'm like, God dang it. I thought I was going to be famous. I know I'm going to be famous. And so sometimes I'll check it sooner than the next day. And I'll be like, wow, not that many people watch it. And I will have the urge to do another one. Because I'm like, oh, maybe that wasn't the episode. Maybe I didn't, I wasn't myself enough. I wasn't whatever enough. And so I'll want to do another one because I'm like, maybe this is the one where I get it right. Or I'll be like, oh, I forgot to, tell people to subscribe. First of all, subscribe. If this is your first time seeing me, hi, my name is Sheba and this is my channel, See Like Sheba. And like on this channel, we're just like so brilliant and we're in our power and we're just learning how to be magical and powerful beings. So give me a subscribe if you would like to join. I'm also in the middle of like 111 days of living in devotion to my joy. I encourage you guys all to do so similarly. And it will, and so I'm trying to go on every day for 111 days. And that will be November 11th, which is the day after my birthday. Okay. You can't rush the process, my love. We know this. We know this. And so I used to last week, I would, post a video. I would only get like a couple of people on it. Hi, everyone. Hi, my loves. Good to see you. Marhaba. Kifak. Let me know. ¿Cómo estás? So yeah, I would post it. I wouldn't get, the numbers I would want. I would be sad not seeing very specific metrics of success. And I would have the urge to post another video because I was like, oh, maybe that video wasn't good enough. That's why. And so let me post another one. That one will be the good one. Okay. But I had to resist the urge to do that. I had to trust that it's good. It's great. It's probably better than I realized. It's much better than I realized. Actually, I know that. And I have to, trust myself. I have to trust my audience. Like, y'all will get the message when you're supposed to. You don't need to receive it real time, It's fun, but like energetically, when you need to receive the message, you will receive it and it will be perfect, okay? And so, yeah, so rather than compulsively putting up videos, just like quantity over quality of video, because I feel like I haven't done enough yet to put me on the fame timeline. Oh my gosh, I have another subscriber. Thank you so much. Welcome to the tribe. So glad to see you. Okay. So I don't just like keep compulsively putting out videos because I'm afraid, that I haven't done enough. I have to just trust that I'm already there. I'm already famous. And now, since everything is for me, the delay in the 3D reflecting the reality that I am famous, that I am destined for immense fame, Like I have to trust that I'm already there and that the 3D is just catching up. So I don't have to do anything more. And so when I was talking about this in my last episode, which you should go watch because it's also very great, someone had said, you know, this desire to like rush the process by either posting more videos or something, that is because, you know, you're trying to, it's like you're thinking better safe than sorry. Better that you've done too much work than too little, which I totally get. That is absolutely true. But, you know, here, we're all about reframing what we've been taught and unlearning it and revamping it so that it can better serve us, right? And so, yeah, decide that you're safe now so that you're not sorry later. So, I am someone who loves things just so. I can be very particular about my food, about like an activity, about how an experience is going to go. And so whenever I go on trips, I always roll myself some joints before I leave so that when I'm on the trip, I have some weed to smoke and I don't have to, you know, go find it, you know, or stress about it in any way. And so now I have weed on my fun trip and I can enjoy myself and it's just going to be so nice. All right. But it started to get to the point where when I would go on a trip the night before or the morning of, I would be out here grinding weed and rolling it into a joint and trying to calculate how many I would need. I would try to do like maybe a joint a day at least, you know, or, you know, maybe one more joint than there were days, just so I would better safe than sorry. So I would have all that I needed. But on this last trip, when we went to Canada, we were going to go to we went to a wedding at the summer camp. And so the morning of, like 3 a.m, I'm like starting to, you know, I'm rolling it and I'm grinding it and I'm rolling it into a thing. And as I'm doing it, it's like not working. Like the paper is just not cooperating. It's the weed is going everywhere. And I'm just like, okay, maybe the universe is telling me to relax, to let it go. My desire to control my experience, to make sure I have enough weed, like more than enough weed than I could possibly need, you know, on this trip. Me trying to control that is defeating the purpose of the trip, which is to have fun. So I, you know, took what joints I had, which were like 3, you know, I think I took two joints. And then we went and on the first day, you know, we arrive, we get to this place, and we have to walk into the town, and we're doing that to get dinner, but also to get a lighter because I didn't bring a lighter. And so I was like, okay, we'll bring a joint, we'll walk, we'll get a lighter, and we'll get high on the way back. Okay, but have so much fun. Get the thing, and on the way back, I had given the joint to Billy, but he was wearing this sweatshirt that like it had fashionable holes in it. But one of the fashionable holes in this sweater was in the pocket, the front pocket of this sweatshirt. And so, long story short, the joint that I had so meticulously packed got lost. He couldn't find it. So we have the lighter. We're in a place where we can smoke, but we lost the joint. And so at first I was like frustrated. I was like, oh my gosh, so annoying. But then I was like, okay, everything is for me. So obviously the universe is trying to show me where I'm trying to control my experience a little too much. The universe just wants me to receive a good time. And so, you know, I had another joint, first of all. And then the next day we went to the wedding. There were a bunch of people there who were so nice and sweet and smoked us up. It was great. I also was thinking today about how if I had powered through and like, even though it was no longer easy or fun and I was just rolling up all these joints for the trip, if I had gotten however many joints I wanted and then I got there and the same thing happened, I had lost one of the joints, it would have been worse. I would have been mad. I would have been like, fuck, okay, so sometimes when you're trying to do like better safe than sorry, I'd rather have more weed than I need than none at all, you know, or not enough. I would rather have more than I need than not enough. When you're saying better safe than sorry, like you're also saying that you're not safe now. So you have to do more in order to avoid being sorry. You have to do more to create this safety, right? So yeah, better safe than sorry mentality is affirming that you don't believe that you're safe now. So you need to do more to avoid being sorry. And so, you know, with this, you know, joint at the trip thing, like, I was telling myself this story that if I did not have more than enough weed, if I didn't have the option to smoke weed whenever I wanted on this trip, I would have less fun. It would not be enjoyable. I would be anxious. Some story that I had made up that wasn't actually true, because the truth was I was already safe. I didn't need to bring any weed. It was comfortable to me. It's like my safety blanket. So I wanted to, but I didn't have to. And I'm glad that I didn't stress too much about it. I let it go eventually because I then got to learn that I was safe. I had more than enough. I still, you know, by the time we were coming back from the trip, I still had, you know, I was trying to like finish the joint that I did bring, and that I didn't lose. So I was still like, I had more than enough. So I'm used to over preparing. I can relax. That's where my work is, in releasing control, releasing the need to micromanage my experience. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So when you like are always giving into this better safe than sorry mentality, it strengthens your control issues. It strengthens your fear of losing control. You've now like taken it out of the universe's hand. The universe was trying to show you that you're supported. You're safe already. You're already taken care of, even without you knowing all the details or hyper controlling everything. You're still safe. But because you didn't trust that you were safe, you had to do all this other stuff to make sure you were safe. Okay. What is sorry? Because yeah, better safe than sorry, right? If I'm going to decide that I'm safe, what is sorry then? So sorry for me is if I'm stressed about what I don't have, or I'm stressed about, wait a minute. Okay. I'm stressed about what I don't have or what went wrong, or that I miss how much fun I'm supposed to be having or what's going right. Okay. So that is what, being sorry for me is. I'm sorry if I am so stressed out about what I don't have or about what went wrong, or that I miss having fun at the thing. Or I miss what's going right, what went right about the thing. That's what I'm trying to avoid. And so that kind of helped attune me when I was trying to roll these joints. You know, the point of this trip is to have fun, is to enjoy myself. So if I'm out here stressing before the trip, I'm kind of defeating the purpose. I'm going to get on this trip and I'm going to be like, damn, why was I stressing so much? I was literally trying to do a thing to make sure I could have more fun. And maybe I was going to have fun either way. I did have fun either way. Okay. So, okay, this came up to me. I'll just say it. When I decided to quit working without a backup, we have this idea that, you know, when you're going to change jobs, you want to already have your next job lined up. Better safe than sorry, right? But I think it's a trap. I knew that I had to take the step of faith first, and then the next step would appear. We want to try to bypass it sometimes by over planning, but sometimes the universe needs you to take the step on faith first. So I had to decide that I was quitting. And then the next thing came up. I decided I was safe enough to quit. And then the universe reflected it back to me. Yep, you are. You might not have known the details of how you were safe, but it'll come. Ooh, went to Vegas and Bahamas and got lucky on both trips. Oh my gosh. That's great. You know, luck is something you can cultivate and get better at. It's a superpower that you can just, you know, you can cultivate it. So I love that. And it sounds like you're doing a great job, babe. So if you can be lucky on a trip, you can be lucky at home. So I love that for you. All right. So yeah. Better safe than sorry. Yeah. When you're quitting a job, when you're deciding to move on from job, decide that you're already safe to quit. You're already safe to move on. You have enough savings. You have enough structure. You have enough foundation. You can move. And then you won't be sorry, because I knew I was going to be sorry if I was still there in a month, if I was still signing in, if I was still stressing about what my supervisor thought of me. That was going to be me being sorry. So I had to decide I was safe. And then I quit. And then the universe was like, yep, you right. You safe, girl. Love that. 15:55 on my timer. Okay. So also the idea of like better safe than sorry, I think it's a self-fulfilling prophecy too. Okay. So this happens, I guess, a baseball player, but I was thinking about in this episode of Bob's Burgers when Bob and Linda, enter this model airplane. No, that's not what they're called. They're called a paper airplane competition. And if you throw the airplane into, a toaster, you get the toaster. If you throw the airplane into a washing machine, you get the washing machine. So in this episode of Bob's Burgers, Bob was really good at folding the airplanes and Linda was really good at throwing the airplanes. But so on the night before the competition, Linda was like throwing it. She was trying to practice her aim and, how far to throw it. And she was just practicing and practicing. So then on the day of, she's like, my arm, I can't throw. And so because she was worried that she wasn't practiced enough, she over practiced. And so when she needed it, she couldn't do it. See what I'm saying? See how I'm saying that like a better safe than sorry mentality can become a self-fulfilling prophecy? You're saying you're not safe. You're saying you haven't practiced enough. You're saying you haven't done enough to get this end result. And the universe is like, yep, okay, I can reflect that to you. So if instead Linda had just rested her arm, if she had just trusted her training, if she had just trusted the earlier versions of her that had already done enough, she would have been fine to throw the airplane as she knew she could. So decide that you're safe. She should decide that she had enough training. You could decide that you're safe enough to leave your job. You could decide that you're safe to go on a trip, even if you don't have weed, outfit, alcohol, whatever the thing is. You were telling yourself that you needed to be safe. You're already safe, babe. Just decide. Okay, last thing. Release your need to control outcomes, rest, and prepare to receive what you want. Okay? You're already safe. Decide that you're safe. Release the need to control and make sure you're safe. Double check, triple check that you're safe. Decide that you're safe. Rest up. Rest your arm. It's a game day tomorrow. You don't want to be all tired because you were, afraid that you weren't rested enough. You didn't study enough. So now you're tired on the game day. Nope. Rest. Decide that you've done enough. Decide that you've studied enough. Decide that if you don't know it now, you're not going to know it in, a day. You've done enough. Decide that you're safe enough to rest. And then rest. And then receive, babe. You'll see it. You're taken care of. It works every time. It's wild. I'll keep talking about it, but yeah, I have more things to say about other topics. So I'm so excited. Anyway, tell me what you guys think. All right? Tell me what you think. And if you made it to the end of this episode and it resonated, maybe give me a airplane. Paper airplane. Yeah, that'll be a real deep cut to see if you're watching. But yeah, let me know what you think. I love you so much. Bring your forehead up against the screen. I love you. And this is all made up, okay? So decide that you're safe. You have that power. Decide that you're safe. You've already got what you need. You have everything that you need inside of you already. You don't have to look external. You don't have to do more. You got it, babe. You're already safe. So, all right. If this resonated and you made it all the way through, give me a like, a comment. Give me a subscribe, okay? Because I love you guys and I love the tribe growing. And I'm trying to get 1,111 subscribers by the end of 2025. And by God, we're going to do it. We're doing so well on it. I'm so grateful for all of you guys for, joining in and tuning in. And I love it. All right. Well, I'll talk to you later. Oh, and just last thing, I know I actually, thought of this topic because I would be, afraid that I hadn't done enough in one episode to become famous. So I was like, okay, let me do another one. Let me say another one. Let me do more. But that's not what I did here. From here, I was super excited to talk about it. So it's a thing about acting from fear versus acting from power and excitement. So I did a double episode because I was so excited to talk. I just couldn't wait. Rather than, let me say something. Let me put something out so that I just get my numbers up and blah, blah, blah. No, not doing it. Okay. I love you. You're safe. Decide it. All right, my loves. Salam. And yalla bye.